Hey guys, welcome back to Overtaking Lane. This week we thought we're going to try out some products. We've actually been sent some products to test from Jay Leno's Garage.
Yep.
What do you reckon?
Oh, pretty stoked.
So far, initial impressions, the packaging.
Yeah, it's prestigious.
Yeah, it does look very impressive. The packaging, the colours all look good, but we don't know what it's like yet. We haven't tried it yet, so let's get it to the test. We've got a couple of cars to wash. The Utes pretty dirty. The Skyline's dirty.
Yeah.
We've got the Zuzu's, Paradise. We've got everything that's dirty sitting out the front here.
Yeah.
What else do you want to do? Just wash cars?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Let's start.
So Dave, you want to give us a rundown of what's in the box and what we got on the back of the ute here, ready to go?
Yeah, look, I can tell you what we have. We've got sent a few things. We've got sent the Advanced Vehicle Care Kit. I'll come back to that one in a minute. They've sent us a few extras as well. So they sent us Eco Wash. And I think when I was talking to the guys there, I said, I've certainly never tried a waterless wash. And it is something I'm a little scared of, but they've said, you have no idea, you've got to try it. So they've sent a waterless wash, Eco Wash. They've sent that with a microfiber towel. That's a 2-pack towel, Jay Leno's Garage towel as well. We've got another one called Evaporate. Now this is a drying aid, so we'll certainly test that out and see how that goes. And then we've got the pack. Now this is a pack that you can get from Jay Leno's direct. Let's have a look at what comes in this one. Okay, we have a microfiber towel, microfiber applicator, a foam applicator, and then we've got 4 products in here. So we've got a quick detailer, the vehicle wash, the tyre and trim care, and a hand wax. So initial impressions of the vehicle wash, very strong cherry scent on that one. So see how that goes. We've got the quick detailer. Oh, it's a sort of a tropical orangey smell, that one, very nice. Actually really nice smell. Tyre and trim, should be good. We'll see how that stacks up against what we're using. Doesn't smell too bad, and all the products smell really nice. Well, I've got to sniff test them. And the hand wax, that's very nice too, a bit blueberry. So we'll try those out. Now the Eco Wash, as you by the colour, banana. That smells amazing. And Evaporate, really interested to see how this product goes. And that's got a nice, like a peppermint smell to it. So, all right, let's check them out.
So what are we about to do?
All right, so I'm going to give the car a quick blast off with water first. Normally I would snow foam the car. And yeah, we've been using some stuff on here, Fireball. We've also been using binder, of course. Binder's available on the website. But yeah, normally I would throw some pre-wash and a squirt of shampoo into the cannon and do a snow foam first, just to get off any larger particles, and then do the wash. But for now, I just want to get a base read of it. So we're just going to blast this off with water and hand wash as if that was the pack that we just bought. So let's go for it. So according to the instructions here, Jay Leno's Garage Vehicle Wash says pour 3 to 4 ounces. It is American, but it does also tell you 16 ounces to a bottle. So my initial impression is, my initial honest impression is that's a lot. 3 to 4 ounces, 16 ounces to a bottle means 4 to 5 washes per bottle. So that's just my initial. We'll go. So it's also safe for use with foam guns, so we'll try that in the next one. But let's go with the 3 ounces. I think 4 ounces is a bit much. I don't know, but I'll stick to the minimum side. And to give an example of how much that is 30 mils per ounce. So we'll measure it out. We'll measure out 3 ounces. Go with that. It says to pop it on the wash pad and bucket, and then spray it up to produce some suds. There's plenty of suds, so maybe you could get away with using a bit less. So. Certainly have no detailing experience, other than loving our cars and washing cars. Evaporate. We'll see how this goes. The car's already fairly hydrophobic, but it says to spray it onto a wet panel. Use a damp towel and a drying towel. So spray onto the wet surface, and then use your damp towel to wipe it over, and then use your drying towel on that. So let's just give that a test. So it does take a fair bit of moisture off there just with the damp towel. There you go, and just a slight wipe with the drying towel. So what we might also do is give it another test. Maybe you blow dry your car, which is something I certainly like to do. We've got this big boy blower as well, which is a pretty awesome product. So let's maybe try that without the drying towel. Although, nothing wrong with a drying towel. You can get microfiber drying towels on our website. Overtaking lane branded ones. Initial impressions, it did leave some chemical marks there, so I think if you're going to do a blower, you probably don't need the evaporate, but using the microfiber it seemed to work fine there. But I'd have to go over this with the microfiber anyway, give it a buff just to get some of those streaks out. The microfiber that comes in the pack, I will say, is very soft. Feels really nice. The edge on it is extremely soft. That's not going to scratch anything. It is of good quality. There is a bit of fluff though straight out of the packet, so we'll see how it goes. I haven't washed it. I may recommend to wash it first, but it is a bit of lint there, but definitely give it a very good shake out first. Now I'm just going to go over this panel here because there is some residue from the evaporate. Now that's because I didn't use it as directed. I used it, wiped it on and used the blower to take it off on this panel, and I would recommend that you do not use it in that way. So it is for a drying aid for your drying towels, but otherwise it will leave some marking. So we're going to try out the quick detailer, see how that goes. Take it out. So it says just to mist onto a small area and then rub it using a clean microfiber. Turn it and buff to a high gloss. So that smells great, and that brought off those marks very easily. So so far as a quick detailer, very good. So if you get a close look here, Tyler, I don't know if you can get that with that light, but we've definitely got left with some water spots back here.
He's in the sunlight though.
This was in the sun, this part of the car, but yeah, so it's not a hot day though. It is by far a hot day. It's maybe low 20s.
I can tell you my watch isn't turning on.
It's about
22, so yeah, low 20s.
It's about 22 degrees tops today. There's a breeze. It's not hot, but it is in the sun. It's hard for most people, I think, to wash in the shade. We're already undercover. We can't get completely undercover here, but it did leave some spotting, and we'll see how. But the quick detailer comes in the pack, and that should bring that off. Just used a bit of the hand wax, Jay Leno's Garage hand wax, and initial impressions of that is, again, every product smells great, so it does smell really nice, but it was really easy to apply. It actually goes a long way. You don't need a great deal of it, and it dries to a film pretty quickly. and then very easy to take off, buff it off with the microfiber, and leaves a nice finish, nice shine. Yeah, happy with the hand wax.
Well, we're going to test out the Jay Leno's Garage Eco Wash. I'm testing it out on the Skyline. This is a waterless wash. Something a little bit different, something that you've been sceptical to try, so that's why we're trying it on my car, is that right? No, I just thought we could try it because the Skyline's not super dirty, it hasn't been driven for a few weeks, so...
Look, I know there's cars like Mal and his Mercedes. He always uses a waterless wash.
Yeah.
So that video, where's that video?
It'll be up here.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's. We got some spots that we can try it out on specifically. First I'll talk about down the back here. The car runs really rich, so lots of fuel comes out the exhaust, a fair bit, and that ends up in soot. And on a white car, it's fairly noticeable. It's not too bad at the moment, but it does get really bad. Generally, I have to use an all-purpose cleaner like the normal snow foam, or just hand washing doesn't take it off. So I use an all-purpose cleaner, and that's like the one wipe with that binder all-purpose. So one wipe just smashes it straight off. So we'll see how the Eco Wash fares against that. And then there's another spot that I want to try out as well. So maybe we'll start down the back here first. I'm going to spray it onto a small panel, quite generously it says. We might spray it.
Yeah, it's someone I just haven't tested it yet.
It smells really nice. It smells like banana lollies, if you know what those are. If you're an Aussie, I don't know whether you got them over in the States or elsewhere, but banana lollies from the corner shop. We're going to let it soak in a little bit, allow it to saturate the dirt, and then we want to wipe it off with light pressure using the Eco Wash microfiber towel and wiping in one direction only. So I'm going to wipe downwards to go the way that it's all dripping. Just a spot. So it's done a pretty good job. Well, that's probably the hardest part of the car to clean, and it looks pretty good to me. I don't know what you reckon.
Yeah, I think it does. It has done a good job there. Let's try another panel. So what have we got going on here, mate? There's a bit of a...
Well, we found out a bird loves my car, parked it at work, and there's no trees around where I work at the office there, and then yeah, they still managed to find it.
It's left a bit of residue there.
Yeah, so we'll give it a spray down there. See how that ends up. Give it a second. And we'll just follow the natural lines of the panel down, wiping it off.
Got to put a little bit more effort into that spot now.
Yeah. Well, even with a little bit more elbow grease, it's still not really coming off. So, we've tried on the rear window as well, and there's some water spotting here. I don't know whether you can capture that on the camera or not, but
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. Let's wipe it down. Got rid of it all that water spotting that was there is it's all gone, and it's quite clean. It does clean, that's for sure. So.
Okay, it looks good there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go around.
So maybe the tougher spots like the bird residue, it's not quite as good once that's sort of baked in there. Like that's only 2 days old, and I'd already wiped it. But yeah, it doesn't quite take it off perfectly. But the soot down the back, it has only been driven I think once since we last washed it, so it's not as bad. Like sometimes it gets really bad driving it on the weekends, especially after the track. It was pretty mammoth to try and clean it after that one. But we'll go over the rest of the car and we'll see how it compares to Dave's car, which used water. If you're a common user of the waterless wash, I reckon that you should try this out. It's really good. It did a really good job here today, and I'm pretty impressed with it. So I think
fuel marks at the back of the car.
Yeah, that actually really impressed me because that's quite hard to get off with hand washing and that sort of stuff that we normally do. So with this as well, just getting that off, I reckon I'd probably be inclined to try it again, especially if I haven't been driving it for a little bit of time. So we're going to try out the Jay Leno's Garage Tyre and Trim care now. So we're going to be applying this onto my tyres, see what the shine is like. So they give you this little applicator pad that comes along with it, and a little pop top. So by the instructions, we apply a little bit onto here, if I can do that. And I'm probably just going to rub it in myself a little bit so that I don't have big uneven blotches. And then we're just going to go around the tyre. That's alright. Get a shot of that. So after applying it on there, the finish is actually quite good. It's a nice matte finish, so if that's what you're looking for, it's perfect. Like someone like Dave really looks for the matte finish, especially on the HJ. But for me, it's not quite as shiny as what I would normally use on the Skyline. But as for a finish, it does come up quite nicely, and they look clean now. So that's a big bonus.
I guess you'll maybe get back to us on how it goes on the road. And
yeah, I'll see if there's any flick up, because that's typically a concern of a lot of people when they're using these tyre shines and that sort of stuff. So I'll keep you updated on how that pans out after my drive home. Since this is tyre and trim care, we thought we'd put it to the test on a little bit of trim here. So we taped off one side. I can't quite get to all of it, but
that trim, that's pretty much
I've never put anything on it before in my ownership. So
it is a bit faded.
Yeah.
Get that comparison.
And let it soak in. Not quite sure if you can see it on the angle that we got there. It's pretty hard to spot the film, but exceptional results on that trim. It's just like second to none, the difference between what it was and what it is after applying just actually a minimal amount of this. So you don't really need to use a lot, and applying it in, let it soak a little bit, wipe off any excess, and yeah, it looks almost as new now. So pretty impressed with that.
Well, mate, let's do a bit of a recap. Back here,
Jay Leno's Garage.
Jay Leno's Garage. Yeah, so this is our product review of these products that they sent up for us. Now, we didn't buy these products; they were sent to us, but we're not paid to do this in any way. So this is our honest opinions, and take it for what you think, right? We're just a couple of blokes washing our cars.
Yeah.
We love our cars, and we know anyone that's watching this obviously loves cars as well. But we're not professional detailers, right?
No, not at all. Not in any way at all. Like, we're just using what we got, and we're just using what we got. You know, we can't get the cars entirely in the shade, but we do try. So.
Yeah, but you know, if you're an average guy out there that likes to look after their car and wash their car on the weekend, and you're no different to us. So hopefully this opinion then makes some effort, or I guess helps you in some way when you're looking at products out there on the market. So the car wash worked well.
You do use a lot of it though.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that was per directions. Now, I think maybe you could cut it back. There was plenty of suds there.
Yeah.
But we used it as per the directions, and we used it on the minimum side. We used 3 ounces. It says use 3 to 4 ounces, which is 90 to 120 mils.
Yeah.
We use 90 mils. It's a lot. So I think you'll get 4 or 5 washes out of a bottle. The wash was great. The smell was good. Heaps of suds. So it went on, and it came off easy. There was some water spotting slightly at the back where there was some sun, so if you can get out of the sun, please make sure you do. Or dry it quickly.
Or dry those parts quickly, yeah.
Yeah. So only one issue with it, I think it's good for the price point, but keep in mind you're not going to get a lot of washes out of using it as directed, right?
Yeah, not at all.
What did we come across second was the...
You use the evaporate after washing?
Yep. Now, using it as directed, I think perfect. It's really good. A great drying aid. Makes it a lot easier to dry your car. Spray it on, wipe it with a damp towel, dry it off with your drying cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't use a blower.
Yeah. When I used it as a blower, so normally I would use some Easy Coat or something like that from Fireball. I would spray that on, which is a much more expensive product.
Yeah.
Much more expensive product, but I give that, it does dilute down a lot, so I don't know if you work it out that way, but using it, I'll spray that on, just blow it off, done. But to try and do that with the evaporate, different product. So it's obviously not the same. It is a different product that's made to use with a microfiber drying towel, and it works well for that.
And we'll next use the quick detail, fix up those water spots particularly, and the spot where you use the blower as well. Were you happy with that?
Yeah, quick detailer. Yeah, definitely happy with that. It's something that I would definitely use at a car show. Just
to keep it in the tray of the ute.
Yeah. I've already got some other stuff in there, but
some finishing touches on.
Yeah, no, I've already got other stuff in there, but I certainly would recommend it. I think, as far as a quick detailer goes, it is as good as any other product out there on the market that you'll pick up at the shops. Price point seems good. If you want to try it, then try it. I think it's well worth giving it a go.
What about the wax?
Hand wax, very good to use. Yeah, I like the hand wax. It was, it's probably, I'd say it's probably up there as it would be the favourite product I used out of everything we used today. Was the hand wax. It was easy to apply. I didn't use a lot of it, and it was easy to take off, and the finish was good.
Well, then I used the Eco Wash on the Skyline, which turned out really well. One thing I would recommend, and my only real gripe with it, is that you do turn into a bit of a banana.
Should use gloves.
Probably should use gloves when you're using it.
Show us that hand. You've got jaundice.
Yeah.
It is very yellow and smells very banana-y.
Yeah, it does smell really nice, and that's a big bonus to it. It's quite nice, pleasant while you're washing your car. So, waterless wash, that's my first time trying it. Probably do it again.
Yep.
And I'd recommend it as well. And the tyre and trim care was the next. On the trim, second to none. Like, awesome finish as to what it brought up the trim.
Yep.
Pretty much like blacked it out again. So how I would have expected it to look when it came out of the factory. The tyre finish was really good. Matte finish, not generally what I would go for. Less glossy than what I normally use, but a good finish nonetheless. I'd definitely
use it on the HJ. Yeah.
A good finish nonetheless, and I'd recommend it if that's something that you're looking for.
I'm not after super shiny tyres. I'm a old school rig, so yeah, I think it is still shiny, but it's not over the top. So yeah, it doesn't give it that plasticky look for me. I thought it was quite good. But overall, what do you think? Worth checking out. I think the other thing to have a look at, this is just a small part of the products that Jay Leno's actually offer, and it's worth checking out. They've been in the country for around 3 years or more, I think, to my knowledge. And the little bit I learnt about them is Jay Leno does use these products on his own cars, and that's where it started. So he developed these products, and some of these products have had some like 10 years worth of development go into them. And he developed them for his own cars, just for his own use. So he didn't do it as a money-making scheme. I'm guessing Jay's probably got enough money and doesn't need to sell car wash to... He's got plenty of cars and obviously got a few dollars. But he wanted something to look after his car. I think he's got one of the largest, if not the number one largest car collection in the world. So he wanted to look after these cars and get a product that he was happy with and did exactly what he wanted, and that's what he did and developed it. And then after some mates wanting it, and then I think it's progressed from there, and he did decide to bring it out as something that anyone could buy. The price seems quite reasonable as well. So it is it is not a high-end priced product. So it's
very much priced for the consumer.
Yeah, I think so. I think
the average punter.
Yeah, definitely. Just use it for yourself and make your own judgment on how much you go through, though. Some of the things like the hand wax, you have to use very little. The car wash, you seem to have to use a lot. So that's the only thing to be mindful of. It may be cheaper, but is it in the long run?
That's a good point to make. And, on that note, what should the people do?
So what should you do? You should probably get over and have a look at their products on jaylenosgarage.com.au. The other thing I do like is they have a massive range of buckets and dollies for buckets and grit guards and things like that that you really should use. Do the 2-bucket wash method, and I wouldn't mind getting some of the dollies as well, so getting buckets on the wheels, so carting them around. But they've got a lot of different other products. It's worth having a look and seeing if there's something there for you, because there is a massive range. Yeah. So jaylenosgarage.com.au. In the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe our vid.
Yep, do that. Hit the bell. Check out overtakinglane.com.au if you want some Overtaking Lane merch.
Hoodies. Get on those hoodies.
Yeah, it is cool. So it's cooling down now. We said it was 20-something degrees earlier. It's probably about 17 now. So.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed that one. We'll bring you some more around the products as we use them, and let you know our thoughts.
We'll see you in the next one.
Stay in the right lane.